Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for waiting as we took a little break there. Um, Contrary to what Golden Age was mentioning on break, we do not have a time machine, so there are breaks. We can't fix that. So, we are ready to begin. Golden Age will be going first, picking up that mantle of lens and developing a
Yes.
focus for this first round. And our focus is going to be the required element or section of creativity that we all must adhere to when it's our turn to create something for the story. It must flow through the focus. And examples of focuses could be something wide reaching like love or prosperity or death, or it could
Or in this
be
case,
a dude's
new
pair of
sex.
shoes. Yeah. Okay. New sex?
Yep.
Hmm.
So wait, are you new sex or sexes?
Oh, new sexes. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I just wasn't sure if there's going to be if you were cool with plural, right? I wasn't sure if you wanted to go down the plural route.
I was like,
Oh,
it's.
definitely more than one.
All right.
It's like new
Definitely more than
sex.
one.
That's where you have sex with someone new for the
Okay.
first time.
That wasn't the confusion I expected.
That's what she said. All right. Anyways, I need to do since
All right.
that's a good focus. And before you begin, I wanted to talk about a
That's what the new
change from
sex.
microscope to regular, or from microscope to echo. So regularly on your turn, when it is your turn, you can create a period, an event, or a scene, as long as it has something to do with the focus. In echo, we have two new things to make. They're really subsets of events. And the first one is an intervention. An intervention is how a faction goes back in time to tamper with history. Time travelers are temporary visitors. They appear, interfere, and then return their own time. In ours, they don't really. But as a player, you're not committed to either side, so you can act for whatever faction's interests you at the moment. But every time an intervention happens, there can be the other thing, which is called an echo. An echo is also a type of event, but an echo is a
Mm.
ramification to either another echo or to an intervention. And whenever an intervention or an echo messes something up, then there are things called contradiction tokens, which will just be me coloring the box red, and that means that our time does not work right. Okay. So, factions may struggle to undo each other's work,
Okay.
but they can't fight each other directly. Time travelers cannot return to an event that is already an intervention. Instead, if you want to stop an intervention, you have to go further back and do something that will overwrite that event with an echo. At the end of each round, one player will update a period, replacing the old description to reflect the changes we've seen. And then, last but not least, we'll pass judgment on the history and decide whether a faction is succeeding in achieving their outcome, or if either faction is achieving, or if the past has just been totally messed up, that it's basically just destroyed the future. Okay, great. So you just developed the focus, Golden Age. Now it is your turn to go. Since you are also the lens, you can totally do the what do you call it? Double tap kind of thing, where you can create
Right.
nested events. And a nested event, when you want to make an intervention, is that you have to make an echo.
So I make the echo for the same thing.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a
Um.
special power that the lens gets, is that they're the first person who gets to create stuff, and also the last person. And on both of those times, they're able to not just create a period, event, or scene. They're allowed to actually make a period and then an event in that period, or a scene within that event that they created.
Or I
And
just read
and the
It
this.
just
nerps
feels
and the nerps cops
weird.
are on the loose. So I'm sorry about that in the background, guys.
The one exception to that is that making nested items like that is that if the lens makes an intervention as their first action, they can make an echo of that
Yes,
intervention as a second action.
correct.
Hmm.
Right. It just seems weird because now if I did that, I'd be saying what both sides of the factions do, and then what's there to build on for the other players.
Well, so
Seems
so
weird.
an echo can either be like
A
so like
foreseen or an unforeseen consequence, right?
yeah. So like it an echo is just like so an intervention happens earlier in the timeline where you make a change. An echo happens later in the timeline that because of that intervention, something else in the future changed.
Exactly.
You stepped on that butterfly.
Precisely.
I see.
Precisely.
Uh,
Okay.
So what if you have an intervention in the last time period?
If you put an intervention in the last time period, that's.
Yeah.
I guess you could.
We have an
We
echo in
wouldn't.
the
We.
last time period too?
Yeah, it would just
I don't
happen
see why
later.
not. It could happen later. Yeah.
Do we have an after the last time period?
No,
No.
because we
That's
deliberately
weird.
are no we are deliberately cutting off our viewpoint. There is something that
Right.
happens later on,
We
right?
don't
We just don't look at it in terms of the game.
Okay. I think there's going to be an intervention at mental seduction of Elhana. And
Hmm.
there's this third sex called the Lamarckian sex. And they can be a mediate, like an intermediate sex between conception and birth. And when that happens, the child takes on attributes from this Lamarckian sex.
Hmm.
And
So,
they're trying to make the child xenophobic.
Okay, so help me out here. Who is going back in time to do this? Because all interventions are done by time travelers, right? So it's either the first faction, it's either the Terra or the Meddlers.
Um,
So who is the
I
one
think
coming in
it's
here?
the Terror Protectorate.
Okay. So the Terra Protectorate are doing what?
They're basically hijacking the genes of the child and then putting them back to make the child more xenophobic.
What do we call it? The Terra Protectorate. Um,
Yeah.
Modifies. God, I can't type. The child of who do we call them? Who is it?
Why did
Menthil.
you put it on top of them?
Because an intervention goes on top of it.
Is that how you're supposed to? Okay.
Men- Menthil.
Oh, it
and
actually replaces
Ohana.
the event?
Yes, an intervention occurs on top of an event.
I thought it could happen as a event that had not yet been described. Like,
Oh, you know what? It totally could. I'm sorry. You are absolutely right. It definitely can. I just
and
but I thought Golden said that it was happening on mental seduction,
uh,
or did he say after? And I
I
misheard.
think it was after.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's on me.
I don't know. We've been having.
I'm not perfect.
Like it happens during.
Yeah. Well,
It's like if it happens during the seduction. Uh,
it's a little bit after the woohoo, right?
yeah. Like,
That's
I
true. It is after the section itself.
I feel like there's the seduction, and then there's the conception, and then there is the fucking with the unborn child.
Yeah. Xenophobic.
Right.
So the Lamarckian sex. The Terra Protectorate modifies the child of Menthil and Alana mid-conception to be xenophobic. Right? Is that what you want?
Right.
Is this light or dark?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's not light or dark.
And I guess the echo would be
Well, wait. Is it light or dark?
Dark.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Fantastic. A lot of dark. Okay.
What do you mean it's not?
What?
Okay.
Are you lagging again?
And then the echo of it would be. I'm definitely lagging. It's like 15 seconds. I'm lagging. But the echo would be. Um, the result is that the genes of this child are spread throughout humanity instead of it being a dead end. And then it's a light event.
So, you're saying the genes of the child, I was going to say M and E, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right. The
Are
genes of the child are spread throughout humanity. Right. Because the child ends up breeding with other humans instead of breeding with more aliens.
is this light or dark?
So humanity's gene pool changes as a result of this.
Yeah, it makes okay. Yeah, it makes human genes.
It's a light event.
Yeah. Okay. Light. Okay. Okay.
All right. So, according to the rules, which I've been reading in the background, I have to make an echo of Golden's intervention, even if he already made an echo. So, this echo is in the same is I guess after the genes of the child.
Ah, there's that parentheses right there. Even if the lens made their own echo. Whoops.
What do you mean? Whoops.
No, I didn't do that on Sunday.
Oh,
I didn't read that paragraph or that parentheses.
I'm sorry. I read
That's
things.
fine. Yeah. Good on you.
That's okay. So, I guess this would be after the genes of the child are spread. No, like, um, mm, yeah, I guess it would be after. And it's a dark event, and basically, um, without the introduction of Kilmarian DNA, uh, three three settlements throughout three human settlements are completely wiped out.
3 human settlements are wiped out due to. You said a word. I didn't catch it.
Oh, sorry. It's because I was making up the name of an alien race.
Oh. You said Katamari?
Kilmarian?
Kilmarian.
Yeah.
To the Kamarian genes?
Yeah. Lack of Kilmarian genes lead to the destruction of 3 Earth colonies or human
Kilmarian
colonies.
gene shortage.
Yeah. There we go.
Light or dark?
It's definitely dark.
Okay.
It's dark like my wine.
Is there and I mean it's pretty obvious there was dark because it's a destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Goes to me now. I don't think I'm beholden to make an echo, am I?
No, you are not.
Cool. Yeah. I'm going to I was thinking about making a period.
And just to make sure that I'm on target, the Kalmarians have 4 sexes.
Okay.
That's a fact now. Not necessarily relevant, but it's a fact.
I'm thinking about this for my own turn, if that influences what I want to do. I think I want to do something new sexes. I think I might do something under the medieval age. What I'm thinking is not only do the Bulbasaurs, not only do they live in humanity's noses, but I'm thinking about it in terms of see, how far does new sexes goes instead of just like maybe dimorphism between sexes? I'm thinking about or like a ramification of, or like just mutation. Because I was thinking about maybe an offshoot of Bulbasaurs who infect not just like the nose, but kind of like your ears as well, and like kind of like progressing that, and it's because they're a new sex. But maybe that's not what I want to do now. Now that I'm talking about it, I realize it's not nearly as cool as the initial thought in my brain. So, new sexes. New sexes could be like, yeah, the discuss. Help me out. What do you mean when you say new sexes? Like both of you, or
Well,
or
it's
what do you
like,
think of? I need
It
help.
has
For,
a new partner in the generation of a child, right? Like they add some kind of role that wasn't there before, or they take something away that wasn't there before.
see, I'm not sure what that
Or
means.
they take something away that was there.
See, I'm not sure if I'm biologically knowledgeable enough to know what that means. See, when I thought of, do you mean like during like the like
So
gestation
in
of a?
human sex,
so
right? There's a male and a
Yeah,
female.
yeah, obviously, I got that
so
part.
for
The,
me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please.
sorry, there's so much lag here; it's hard to tell. So the male adds some generative material
Yeah.
to the female, and the female does everything else in making the child. I mean, if you have more sexes, right, then the roles that the female have get split up more. Like somebody else might carry the child. There might be more than one contributor to genetic material.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Like
Alternatively,
maybe somebody can take a child and split it into several other child. Like just like this isn't like purely science, right? So like be creative. Like what has to do with making a new child? That what new thing could we add to that process that doesn't exist right now?
I can't.
Got it.
Like maybe these things like living in your nose, like does the nose become a sex organ in these new people? This is weird.
The other thing I was thinking was like, there's I've done very very minimal research, like Wikipedia reading about it, but like the typical delineation of male and female is like with the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. But there are other species out there that have what are referred to as the um, something and Z chromosomes instead of X and Y,
Where they have
Okay.
an
where
extra chromosome.
instead of being like male and female, they're still called male and female, but really they work differently in how they put together their DNAs.
Yeah.
And also there's like things that are like asexual and just propagate without a partner, but like thinking along the lines of maybe there are other non-male female partner combinations that can result in reproduction, and maybe that's how some crossbreeding occurs. It doesn't necessarily mean that you would necessarily require a third or fourth partner in creating a child, although in the case of whatever I just named this alien race 5 minutes ago, the Kilmarians, you do
Got
actually
it. Okay.
require 4 partners to make a child.
Got it. Okay. The Scions of Judica, so they are going. I think the Scions of Judica align themselves with the Bulbasaurs, and I think they that the Bulbasaurs require Let's just say 3. They require like a 3-partner kind of thing to do. So in an effort to help the Bulbasaurs reproduce, the Signs of Judica require mankind under their rule. Mankind wherever under their rule. To have 2 partners as well, 2 additional partners. So basically anybody, because anyone under the Signs of Judica's rule would already have Bulbasaurs in them. And so in order to help the Bulbasaurs procreate, humanity is adopting their own cultural changes to help the Bulbasaurs. Or at least the Signs of Judica are making it so. This is a light thing.
Hmm.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
All right. So then it goes back to Golden Age.
All right, and the focus is over, right?
Mm-mm.
So doesn't somebody else pick a new focus?
No,
that's right. It's the last one.
This is the last turn for the
so-
focus.
So I'm going to go off the Signs of Judica, and I'm going to say that because of this, people first began experimenting with new sexes. So all the men become hermaphrodites, so they don't have to wear black. So the first new sex.
Awesome. So this is are you going to make it? I trust thee.
Sure, I can do that, I guess. Okay. What do I want to call this? The perversion of the Judicaya law. Men transform their sexes and become hermaphrodite. Or to
I just
not have to wear only black.
I had to look up Symbian Pandora because of who was it in chat mentioned it? Constable Brew mentioned it, that there's a real life specimen called Symbian Pandora, and Wikipedia says they are jug-shaped, microscopic aquatic animals that dwell on the mouth parts of Norway lobsters, which I love that the precise word is mouth part of Norway lobsters.
If you're not familiar with the idea of sci-fi sexes, a really good book on it is Larry Niven's Ringworld.
Okay.
Because a lot of the aliens in that have weird sexes.
Oh no, man,
that'd be good to know. Yeah, I'm not adept on it.
Ringworld's a classic. I need to reread that. It's been a long time.
I don't know. I've only done Dune and Neuromancer, or the last 2 ones I've read in a while.
Ringworld should be on your short list.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. So the perversion of Judica law. I love that. Did you want to make an event, or?
It was an event.
I think it's just.
I'm sorry. A scene. Under you have the nested ability.
I still can do that.
Yes.
Oh, I think this is actually a light shipment. Where's that? There we go. Yeah, we could do a scene. We haven't done any scenes yet.
Yeah.
So let's see here. What kind of names do we want for our people? Actually, can you make the? Is this a circle for?
Yeah. You got it.
Let's do that. And then the question will be. how do women react to the new sex?
Oh.
And the characters I suggest are probably something like Judica Inquisitor, newly transgendered hermaphrodite guy, and then a woman.
And a woman. Sounds pretty typical.
We'll say the woman.
Where was this?
There you go.
Oh, that's even worse. Get out.
So are you requiring? Who did you require?
Oh, I guess these aren't requirements. These are my suggestions.
Okay,
You
as a
requirements.
as a scene creator, just also for folks in the audience who don't know, when you create a scene, you create a question, and the question is what frames the scene and what we're all going to try to answer. Then you also then lay where the scene location is going to happen, like what the actual scene is going to be, and then you require up to 2 characters and ban up to 2 characters.
Right. So I'm going to not require the Inquisitor, but the other 2 are required, and I'm not going to ban anybody. Okay. And the scene will be on the Generation ship.
Okay. So the way it works is that we go in order of up. So I would have first choice of what character I want to play, followed by Kelsa, and then Golden Age. You're the last person. Since scene creators, you're allowed to set the scene, you're allowed to include people, and you get to do all that kind of stuff. But in exchange for power, you must go last in who you select. So that's why it's done this way. I'll pick Sheila Law. She's the woman.
Okay.
She is not just the woman. She is a partner. I'll say spouse partner. To whoever the newly transgendered hermaphrodite is.
Okay. You said her name was Sheila?
Yes. I just put required character. To be meta and spouse partner to other required character.
Oops. I think we did something to each other.
Oh no.
What's going on? No, everything is ruined forever.
That's right, I was writing in it. I'm so sorry.
It stopped. Woo!
We fixed it. Okay.
Oh, you can't both write in it at the same time?
I don't know, I don't think so. You got it.
Okay, I learned. Okay.
Alright, Kelsa?
Okay, I am going to be...
So who do you want to play, Kelsa?
I am going to be... Dr. Patron, the proud surgeon who has completed the procedure. I will let anybody else do that since I don't want to be the one that messes everything up by typing what somebody else is typing.
Okay.
Yeah, hands are off. This is your scene. You're writing it. You got it, buddy.
We believe in you, Golden.
How do you
see this is a problem.
Say say the name again.
I said Dr. Patron.
Yeah.
Like the tequila.
Yeah. This is or Dr. Father.
Because I'm
I was like Dr. Patronus, like from Harry Potter.
That's a little different, but I'll take it.
Then you get to be the newly gendered, but you wrote transgendered.
Yes, transgendered is the new form of being transgendered.
Right.
In the
How
future.
about transitioned?
Sure.
For phrasing.
Is he actually transitioned though?
Yes.
This is really confusing.
Because I am the doctor that just performed the operation. You have, in fact, transitioned to being a hermaphrodite.
But he's not. Is he something new, or is he something in addition to what he was?
Well,
Let's play it out.
there's been a change.
There has been a change. Okay. So do I start the scene?
No, before we do that, we describe a thought that all our characters have, like just an idea of like a surface thought in our heads. The one I'm thinking of for Sheila is that this is something that my husband always wanted. Um, I hope I can still love him.
Hmm.
I am incredibly proud of the surgery slash gene therapy slash wibbly wobbly meta science that I've just performed,
Mm-hmm.
and look forward to performing more such surgeries in the future.
Now Marcus is trying to decide if the transitioning went far enough. Like he's creating this new sex, and
Mhm.
he's confused as like, should I have more female attributes? Should I start making up attributes for this new sex? Like I did it for myself, and now people want to become the same sex as me. I didn't expect this.
Mm.
It's like what am I good enough the way I am?
Okay. Um. So we're on the generation ship right now, right? I assume then we're like in like a hospital area or like med bay kind of section.
Mhm.
Yeah, but like does the generation ship doesn't necessarily work together? Like maybe there's like separate medical clinics, or is there just one big medical clinic?
Probably
There's
several.
What do you think?
Yeah, there's probably several like per like every 10
Mm-hmm.
stories or something. Like I'm picturing this ship is like a larger than the largest city that we currently have, like
Wow.
Right.
2016. Like
Okay.
huge.
So is it like one of those rotating habitats that we imagined? Is it like a Warhammer 40K style city on a ship? Like, what do you think?
Oh well, it's your scene, so you get to describe it. Tell us what it's like.
I
How
think
do
we're in this tower jutting out of the spindle, and like we're on a little round pod
Okay.
that's Dr. Patron's private laboratory. And you can like have rockets on the pod so you can fly it off and attach somewhere else to the ship in a medical emergency.
Oh, cool. Okay. I think Sheila is going to talk to the doctor. I assume that Marcus is still like in a like maybe the doctor patron has come into like the waiting room or the lobby or whatever it is in her
My name
tower.
is Dr. Patron. This is
Yeah.
very important.
Patron.
Thank you.
Should I put an E at the end?
No, I fixed
no.
it.
Dr. Patron.
Okay.
How is he? How is my husband?
I'm not certain that he is the correct pronoun anymore, but Marcus, and like I whip the curtain aside, is recovering nicely.
I think Marcus is like right now like covered in machinery, and like you can hear his voice. Like he's actually unconscious, but like in the future, like you can talk to people inside your dreams. So he says.
Sure.
Okay.
So the computer voice says, "Sheila, you came. I was worried you would not come to me again."
I will always be by your side. You're my love, and I'm so happy that we were able to finally afford for your dreams to come true. I go and like grab Marcus's hand.
And I guess like Marcus like squeezes Sheila's hand.
Yeah. And I think like I tear up a little bit, and I think I'm like, and now you no longer have to wear those horrible black outfits that Judica law requires.
Yes, now I can wear anything I want. I can be anything I want instead of pushed into the shadows like the rest of mankind.
I'll never understand you, but I'm sure your heart's in the right place.
I hope it is.
Um,
I think you've made the right decision.
I don't know. I don't know.
When you wake up, you will see how beautiful you are, how amazing. My surgery, my gene therapy, it is perfect.
Okay.
all right.
Like the Marcus like pulls this like mental lever, and like the machinery like falls away, and he wakes up, or C wakes up, and
Sure.
C looks at a mirror.
Is Sheila here?
Yeah, you're still
Yeah,
there.
Sheila's holding on to
Okay.
her hand.
There.
So
Yeah. Okay. Um, see?
and does Dr. Patron like? Did he pump like a Marcus like full of drugs? So it's a positive reaction, or is it just a natural reaction?
Natural.
Yeah.
But Dr. Patron is much too vain to have considered that you would have anything other than a positive reaction. There would be no reason to talk to it.
Okay.
It's very important.
I think you were calling for a scene, Eric.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking the answer to how do women react is that
Sure.
uh, she she still loves him anyways, or whatever preferred gender
Do.
pronoun.
Okay, so
That'll be a question for another scene.
yeah. How do we get new pronouns for 16 different sexes? There's only so many letters you can add on.
Oh, you're doing it. Edit. Put the answer in, please. And then we decide together if this scene was light or dark.
It seemed pretty light to
I think
me.
it was very light.
Yeah, I didn't see anything dark come of this.
Yeah. Awesome. So now we do rotate to. Oh no, we have to judge a few things at this part. The first thing we do is we update a
Okay.
period.
You update a period.
Oh,
Eric.
that's yeah. Let's see. Did the intervention in the hybridization affect the period at all? Not enough. I don't think not enough to change. So I don't think we need to revise that period in a sufficient way. I think dawn of hybridization is fine. Now we judge to see if a faction has achieved its goal or if history has collapsed. Let's talk about this. Because even if somebody has their goal achieved, obviously things can change. It seems like I'll start. The Terra Protectorate seems like they're in good shape with the Lamarckian sex. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like nothing has negatively like countered what they're doing, so
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Well, it's still super early. So
right.
okay. Cool. So Kelsa, it's your turn to be the next focus.
What do I want to focus on? Hmm. Fuck it. Fashion.
Nice.
That's our whole focus.
All right.
Cool.
I'd like
Take it away.
to create a new um period, and then I'm gonna create an event in that period.
Sure. Where should this period reside?
Definitely after first contact, but I'm not sure if it belongs before or after the medieval age.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'll throw it down here.
let's put it after.
Okay.
Um, so
Talk it out.
it's a period of um cultural exchange between various alien races. Um, Basically like a golden age of commercial exchange. And that would be a light event, I think.
Chimerical. Commercial exchange between humans and aliens is what you said. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said this is a light one.
Yeah, definitely. And
Did you have a title for it?
oh,
Just Golden Age? Or did you want something a little more
cool.
pizzazz?
With a little more pizzazz.
The threads
We'll
that
go-
bind?
The literally age.
um, all of my ideas are really dumb, so I'm just gonna go with Golden Age or the literally Golden Age. Either one of those is fine. It's much better than
Okay.
the dumb ideas I had.
And what is the
Uh,
event that you would like to create, Kelsa?
okay, so the event is um, it's kind of like the Emperor's New Clothes,
Okay.
like where a new fad comes into like I feel like there needs to be like a like galactic hub or like
There's a
the
galactic court, so there's clearly like
yeah,
a...
yeah. So, yeah, definitely the Galactic Court, definitely.
Okay.
So, a new fashion trend at the Galactic Court um, involves wearing um, holographic clothing because holodecks are a thing. Um, but and which leads to embarrassments during power surges.
Ooh. Light or dark?
It's so silly. I want to call it light. But yeah, I think overall in the course of history, it's a light event. Like at the time, like, oh my gosh, it was so bad. But like looking back at it, you're like, ugh, I can't believe they were embarrassed by their bare skin. That's funny.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. All right. Then it goes to me. Um. Oh, clearly, I'm gonna do a dictated scene. I'm doing a dictated scene under the rebuking by the Galapagarians, and the question is, um, why was humanity booed out of the court? And the scene is the like the UN floor, or like the galactic UN floor kind of thing, and everybody is dressed up. All the different aliens are wearing various exotic and extravagant clothes. However, all of them carry all of their clothes have a little like brooch or like a brooch on their back that has like a little that has a feather sticking out of it. And everybody has this except humanity,
Mm.
except for the human delegation. So I'm saying galactic. Oh, we lost Golden Age's. Did you lose your webcam, Golden?
Oh, it may have just turned itself off. I had this problem with Skype where it just turns off my webcam randomly.
Yeah. Rip Skype. Literally, Skype is the worst.
Pretty much.
So we're at the Galactic Council, and the Galapagarians are they refuse to enter the room. So like the humans get there, and then the Galapagarians, slow as they should be, come in here, and they hear the clamoring that humanity, while dressed in like their like white tie event kind of clothes, whatever it is in space, they never got the memo that the Galapagarians would that they would require everybody to wear this as a symbol of respect. To their, everyone just says to their sacrifices, but no one ever specifies what that is. And
I love it.
and the Galapagarians basically refuse to trade with humanity until they atone for their sins for that. So they weren't. They were booed out because they never got the memo to wear pins with a feather on their backs. I think it's a customary thing for Galapagarians that they have some sort of like feather on their shells. So I think someone not doing that is a huge offense to them. I think it means I think it's a symbol of you wearing a shell, and I think you refusing to acknowledge that you have a shell, I think is maybe like warlike, but like in like a war hawkish way. Like
That's
what's
deep.
up? Like let's fight. You know what I mean? Like it's like you going there like, oh yeah, I have a gun, and it's like, oh, why do you have a gun? Right? It's very offensive to them. It's like you're throwing off the chill vibes, dude. So the Galapagarians are very upset. Cool. Yeah, fashion. Super important to the Galapagarians. So this is supposed to be all a size 16 font, but the question is not size 16 font. I don't know what to do. That's fine. We're just gonna let it ride out. So together as a group, is this scene light or dark?
Seems dark.
Yeah, I feel it's dark.
Okay, cool. And then Golden H, would you like to go?
Sure. Can I do a what's that thing where you change time?
An intervention.
Right. This has to be fashion related.
Mm-hmm. It's a fashion crisis.
Right.
You have to go back in time. Don't we
I
all
wanna
have to
go
go back
back
in
in
time and not
time.
wear some horrible clothes?
And mess with the Galapagans. I think they go back in time to that scene, and they steal the Galapagan ambassador's feather. So
I
he
think you have to
can't
go back
complain.
to an event.
No, that is. So,
So at the event,
I don't see
okay.
the scene on my screen.
I don't see
But yeah,
you. Are you part of the? Do you see the actual sheet?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna refresh it.
I don't see you in
Yeah,
sharing
I only see one
anymore.
other viewer. So okay,
I'm gonna refresh it. It probably is. I'm having some connection problems.
that makes sense since you're in a cave.
I'm totally not serious though.
So
Everybody in caves are tourists. Um, Here we go.
So you're gonna make an
There it
intervention.
is.
So you're making an intervention on top of humanity is rebuked by the Galapagarians, or is this an event that comes beforehand?
Oh, it's on top of it for sure.
Okay. Oh, make a copy. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. And what'd you say again?
Um,
Humanity steals the Galapagarians.
well,
So
I
who's
choose a
who's
faction,
triggering
right?
triggering the intervention?
Which faction, right?
Correct.
So the Terror Protectorate wants to propagate the Lepson factor
Yes.
because doing so will stop them from interbreeding with aliens, right?
Yeah, that's what the Terra Protectorate wants. They don't want humanity to be breeding with aliens, while the meddlers do.
Okay.
So this, yeah. If I may suggest, it sounds like the meddlers would be doing something like
I think
this.
it's the meddlers for sure.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the meddlers steal the Galapagos ambassador's feather, so that when he complains, like the other aliens don't take him seriously. Like it's seen as like there's this supposedly peacemaker type alien, like ripping out this new alien species, and he's like doing so in like a warlike fashion, and it's like makes everybody weirded out. Okay.
So is that part of the intervention?
Yeah, that's the intervention.
So, yeah. Would I need help finding the abbreviated way of describing weirding out.
Say that humanity steals the Galapagos ambassador's feather. That's all you need to say. And then someone else does the echo, right? So
I have to do an echo, even though
Was this
it's
light
my
or dark?
turn.
I think it's light.
Let's
And it's not
see.
humanity; it's the meddlers steal it.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
meddlers.
Thank you so
You
much.
did say humanity multiple times.
I did.
Yep.
Meddlers
Oh, okay,
steal the
sorry.
Galapagorians' feathers. And you said they give it to the human delegation, though, right?
No, they just steal it.
Oh, okay.
The meddlers just steal the feather
Oh, okay.
before the human delegation gets there. So he doesn't have his feather when they meet. And it's awkward.
Ooh, got it. Cool. All right, back to Kelsa. And Kelsa, you get to go, and then we'll go to our second break.
So I have to do an echo for this intervention.
Yes.
And theoretically, though, I could also do a scene, right? Like a
Yes.
echo an event and then do a scene in it. Okay.
Mhm.
Hmm. I think an unintentional echo is that in place of Rise of the Bulbasaurs, that yeah, right. The the new like the because the humans are welcome with open arms into the galactic court,
Mm-hmm.
the Bulbasaurs who are an an outlier race never get a foothold in their noses.
Love it. Just moving that
So
up.
is that
I think
like
that's I don't
does that erase the entire H?
No.
no.
Um,
Um
does this come? I think this Echo sits on top of Rise of the Bulbasaurs.
yeah, it does.
Okay.
Um and then I feel like this is dark because the Rise of the Bulbasaurs they were like a cohabitating what do you call it?
They're
Symbiote.
symbiotic.
Yeah, it was a symbiotic relationship. So it's actually a dark event. And I want to dictate a scene. Um, and the question is, um, what happened with humanity's first encounter with the Bulbasaurs now that they are uh, official members of the Galactic Court
And we want to do.
instead of outliers?
And you want to play this out,
Nah, yeah, let's.
or do you
You know,
have, or do you have an answer?
I was gonna dictate it, but my
Oh,
answer is really nebulous. So I think it could be fun to play it out if you guys want to.
just so everyone knows, when you choose to do a dictated scene or when you should do an all play scene, it really depends on the question of the scene that you want to answer. If you know the answer in your head, what you want the answer to be, then make a directed scene or a dictated scene where you can just describe everything how it happens and arrive at the answer that you have in your head. Or if you don't know it, but you have a really cool question that you want to see resolved, then do an all play scene.
And I think like I have a really nebulous answer, and I think it'd be more interesting to see what you guys come up with and add to it.
Sure.
So let's do an all play. So yeah, the question is how do the humans react to meeting the Bulbasaurs? Um, and this takes place on um, Outpost Q, planet Hulk. Spell that however you like. It's easier to say when you have like uh, um, lung gill hybrids. Um,
Okay.
sorry. And I think I don't really want to require anyone to be here, but I would like to forbid any Scions of Judica from being in this scene.
Okay. Nice. Um. So that would be Golden. Golden has the option to go first for selecting a character.
I will be the all mother of the Bulbasaurs.
Oh. Um. I'll be Ambassador Hydemark. From I don't know, the capital. I'm just say capital.
Wait, are you human
Oh
or
yeah, I'm human.
okay? Just wanting to
Yeah.
clarify that.
I'm some
um,
sort of upper ranking, Secretary of State or State Department
mhm,
kind of
mhm.
dude. Foreign a
Um,
dignitary or like ambassador. You know what I mean?
mhm. Um, my name's Merle. I'm also human. I live on this outpost.
Merle,
Merle.
human. What do you do for a
Not a
living, Merle?
Murloc.
I might be a Murloc, but that's a secret. I well, I harvest trees, but they ain't normal trees like you done seen back at the Galactic Court. They's walking trees. Gotta chase them down with a rope.
Sounds exhausting.
Yep.
Okay. Um. So now we go through our thoughts of our characters.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon, your camera is still dead, man.
I reset it. Okay, we'll reset it again.
It's fine. This has
I go
been
first?
it's been a technical issue. It's
Yeah, I'm
kerfluffle.
sorry, guys.
No, it's not your. It's not just your problem. You literally are joining us from mobile internet. That's how much you wanted to play so bad. So I
Yeah,
have no qualms here, man. And plus, you're super fun. I've always enjoyed having you on the show, man.
great. I was thinking about coming in for that next one, like in space. I'm always about space.
Nice.
Okay,
So,
so I guess I'll tell what my character's thoughts are first.
yep. What is the All Mother of the Bulbasaur's thinking?
She's thinking about the protection of the Bulbasaurs.
Okay. I'm thinking Ambassador Hydemark thinks it's a waste of time that he has to come from the capital out to go see whatever this rugged, barbaric human Merle had discovered in the woods on his harvesting trips.
Well, I'm not very happy about being here. It's really cutting into my tree harvesting time.
All right.
Not sure what my other options would have been, but it was protocol to notify y'all when we done found sitting in aliens.
Have we actually begun? Was that your thought?
That was my thought.
Oh, that was perfect. It was so good that I thought we were role playing. I was like, oh shit.
It's pretty much the
All right.
same.
Yeah, I think like a hovering shuttle slash motorcade shows up to like Merle's like rinky dink shack on and like we like like the black Cadillac like super high class hovercraft zooms by a post made out of wood and painted on it says Outpost Q 30 miles or like kilometers or whatever. And it just kicks up like a hover dust trail. We finally get there, and Ambassador Hydemark steps out of the Cadillac, whatever, and looks around and he goes, "Oh, by Judica, what is that horrible stench?" And,
Well, hello there, Ambassador.
oh,
That's just yuck. It's it's got itself a bit of a, well, you get used to it.
yes, it has quite the rugged personality.
Personality, we like to call it.
It smells like burning shit.
Well, now, I wouldn't insult shit like that. Now,
Here,
now,
here.
now, please let me introduce you to the All Mother. That's the whole reason you done brought yourself from the high mighty capital.
Yeah, it's not so. Numerous studies have shown that this planet should not have any alien life on it.
Well, pretty
But,
small.
well, of course, barring all the trees and all the fish and all the wildlife, but nothing quite like this. So come, yeah, let's go. Take me to what'd you call it? The All Mother?
Well, yes.
How do you know it was the All-Mother? Are you in contact with this creature?
Whale. I feel like this is a good time for you to just like drop out of my nose.
Is it, no, so the All Mother isn't in your nose. The
But
All Mother
wherever
is
you are.
like an acres wide fungal infestation of the planet.
Okay,
And
Oh,
these
okay.
pods pop out of the ground all around you. Like
sure.
think of like the little like watery pods,
Got
like
it. Yeah.
berries.
Yeah.
And like these like maybe there's like 100 pods on each vine, and they just stretch out and like curl around you. And inside each of these pods is a little Bulbasaur swimming. And then you like hear this voice like emanating from the ground. The All Mother sees you now.
Well, happened kind of like
Merle, are
that.
these trees talking to us?
I'm talking to you now.
What? I think Ambassador Heidmark looks like very incredulous. Isaac, I don't understand where that's coming from. I hear it, but I don't see it. I'm surrounded by trees and weird pods. Fruit does not
And
talk.
so like the lid on one of the pods opens up, and a Bulbasaur swims to the person and says in a little voice, "No, you should listen to the All Mother.
Oh, what
She
the?
is great and wise."
What a hideous looking. Oh my god. Oh, and he's like, it's like the reaction to seeing like a giant cockroach. Just not outright. I'm going to step on it. Just like Jesus, that thing's a monster.
Well, I thought you would be a little bit more open-minded, being a member of the council and all, ambassador. But these here beings, we're sharing their space on planet Hulk. Hulk.
Oh, why weren't they? Why weren't they picked up on our scanners?
We live deep underground.
Hmm.
In the times of stress, I can turn this body of mine into a ship and travel through the stars. So your primitive detection equipment cannot penetrate my radioactive shielding. But we are here.
Sufficiently advanced technology and beliefs for fruit. Very well. Merle, I've seen all I've had to see here. Thank you for your time, All Mother, and you will be getting a form from the delegation sent to you in 3 to 6 weeks about applying to join the Galactic Council. Oh,
Well,
and he turns like right as he like proceeds to get back into his Cadillac. He looks. Oh, by the way, on your first meeting, do remember to bring a feather.
and
So
then Merle tips his hat. Is like, thanks, ambassador.
so I think that's the scene that
Yeah, I think so.
humans are confused, haughty, and but overall accepting.
Grossed out?
Yeah, yeah.
Really grossed out?
I feel like
Grossed out, but ultimately accepting.
grossed out but ultimately accepting sounds kind of light to me. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean, these things smell bad. Why would you ever put them in your nose?
To
No,
stop the smell.
The planet
What if
they
you
live
can't
on
smell
smells
'em?
bad. The planet they live on smells bad.
Okay.
Maybe that's why you put them in your nose in the first place.
Yeah,
Is
that's what
because
I'm thinking.
filter the smell.
Because it smells
Yeah.
so horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
intelligent smell scrubbers. I see.
Cool.
yeah, totally.
Great. So I think with that scene, we are ready to go to our second break, guys. So in 8 minutes, we'll be back with more Microscope Echo.
Great. I look forward to being even more confused.
Woo!